Right back. Number 5. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco. Cinco. Right back. Number 5. The principle of gender. Gender is everywhere. Everything has masculine and feminine characteristics, and gender emerges in all realms. Gender is derived from the Latin word beget, meaning procreate, generate, create, or produce. And Hermeticism, gender does not relate to a person's physical sex or male or female reproductive organs. Gender represents itself differently in higher dimensions. Gender in Hermeticism enables us to comprehend and see the action of both male and feminine energies interacting to generate all things in existence. Masculine energy is defined in Hermetic as penetrative, aggressive, progressive, conquesting, and actively channeling innate energy towards its feminine counterpart, whereas feminine energy is responsive, holy, valued, protective, a keeper of traditions, upholding priority, and nurturing what is most important in life. The male is associated with volition, while the feminine is associated with absorbing impressions from the masculine and developing new thoughts, concepts, and ideas, including imaginative activity. The masculine will act without constraint, order, or reason in the absence of the feminine, ending in anarchy. Similarly, without the masculine, the feminine will endlessly reflect and fail to act, resulting in stagnation and lethargy. However, when the masculine and feminine energies mix, we witness purposeful action, the strength of the will and vision, the creative energy, and careful consideration to bring it to fruition. The quantum side. As a particle in quantum reality, an electron cannot be torn apart and retain its identity when it collides with another particle. As a wave, it sweeps over huge swaths of space, is infinitely divisible, and integrates with other waves it encounters. In general, males are particles and women are waves. Men have an individual particle nature, a hard shell ego that is highly identifiable, a manly desire to keep competing identities and collisions, and a drive to extreme behavior. Women, on the other hand, prefer to merge with groups in a collective wave. Now, let's look at alternating properties. Males are particle nature, but sometimes they become wave nature, caring, receiving, and nurturing. In the same way, even though females are wave natures, they can often become particle natures, aggressive and progressive, helping with addiction. The important question here is how we can use this principle of gender against addiction. The main concept behind this principle is that you need to accept every part of yourself, your aggressive and progressive part, and your soft and nurturing nature. You might find yourself weak accepting both parts of yourself. Still, these counterparts working in conjunction with each other make you strong. This is the middle path. It is all about balancing the masculine and feminine, the divine and the earthbound, and the mind, body, and soul. When we reach this internal equilibrium, we are well prepared to harness all of the principles mentioned earlier and apply them to our war against addiction. Accept your masculinity and femininity and become ready to fight addiction as your whole self. Law of attraction. The law of attraction employs the power of the mind to transfer whatever is in our minds into reality. The fundamental definition of the law of attraction is that like attracts like, and all ideas eventually materialize into things. If you dwell on a bag, you will remain in that cloud. If you think positively and set objectives for yourself, you will find a way to attain them via fruitful actions. This is why the universe is so breathtakingly lovely. According to the law of attraction, anything that can be envisioned and kept in the mind's eye is attainable if you take action to reach where you want to go. The only thing that you need is imagination and the belief that you can attain what you desire. This attitude will trigger the power of the mind, transforming your desire or imagination into reality. The quantum side and role in addiction. All energy particles in the cosmos are entangled, and a field surrounds all energy particles with infinite potential for location, form, and behavior. The observer effect is a well-known phenomenon in quantum physics. It states that by observing a particle, we can change its behavior. Putting the observer effect in practical life implies that observing, focusing, and providing attention to what is not yet existent in your life quickly brings it to reality. The observer's thought determines where, what, and how energy manifests. You are an observer in your own life. Observing ourselves and focusing our energy on the manifestation of a better future self will bring about the observer effect. Our energy will bring our imagination of life without addiction to reality. Law of relativity. Nobody or nothing is intrinsically good or terrible. Everything is a spectrum of expression, and every event or difficulty has several perspectives. In other words, we are the ones who attach meaning to events. Therefore, we may choose to see things negatively or positively. Having a positive attitude along the journey toward change is very important, because positive energy is the one that brings about manifestation. In the case of addiction, we need to apply the law of relativity so that we remain positive all the time. Everyone who wants to get out of addiction believes that addiction is nothing but evil. However, this notion fills the person with negativity. We need to look at addiction from a different angle. Addiction indeed brings disaster to our lives, but it is also true that there was a time when addiction helped us overcome our insecurities and shortcomings. Addiction in itself is not solely a bad thing. it does have some positive aspects as well, but its negative aspects foreshadow the positive aspects, so it becomes compulsory to get rid of it. The law of relativity can also be used to develop the thinking that you are blessed and have taken a step to get out of the addiction. Instead of looking at your past and thinking negatively about the addiction, we need to embrace the fact that numerous addicts haven't yet developed the courage to even think about taking a step away from addiction. You are lucky and blessed in this regard, so you must stay positive, attracting positive energy from the whole universe. Law of inspired action. This law advises that you must contribute to the creation to make your ambitions and desires a reality. This implies that you must take coordinated and inspired action to create your desires, whether large or tiny, while the law of attraction is concerned with vibrationally aligning yourself with whatever you desire. The law of inspired action is concerned with bringing what you desire to fruition. Ultimately, it all comes down to taking tangible measures to welcome our desires into our lives. Slowing down, being silent, and making space for internal direction are all part of practicing this law. When we let go of the urge to plan and control how things will turn out and remain open to all possibilities, we open the door to new methods of accomplishing our objectives that we may not have considered otherwise. Because the law of attraction is not a mystical formula that magically converts your goals into reality. Taking inspired action is crucial for your manifestation success. The law of attraction is built on a goal setting and goal achieving process that is reinforced through subconscious mind retraining. And nothing will help until you take action. Without taking the needed action, you can't fight addiction. Belief, imagination, and thought are critical and vital for manifestation. However, inspired action is also crucial. Without devising a plan of action and working according to the plan, you won't be able to bring about manifestation. Law of compensation. Law of compensation. The law of compensation is strongly related to the laws of attraction and correspondence. The primary message is that you reap what you sow. The law declares that a person will always be paid for his efforts and contributions, no matter what the effort, no matter how much of or how little it is. Your reward may not arrive immediately all at once, or in the manner you intended, but it will arrive. What we have in mind determines how we apply compensation law. The consequences of compensating are amplified by strong belief and mental clarity. The biggest hurdle we face while working toward our goal is getting discouraged when we don't see our efforts bearing any fruit. The law of compensation helps us with these feelings. Addiction is very challenging, so it is normal to feel discouraged while fighting it. Even if you have a powerful mind, when we lose courage in such circumstances, the law of compensation comes to mind. We reassure ourselves that we might not be getting our reward immediately. Still, our efforts are indeed helping us move towards our goal. Soon enough, we will experience what we always had imagined. Summary: the universe loves law and order, so it has many laws working in close relation with each other to maintain the integrity of our universe. Understanding these laws will allow us to benefit. The first and foremost law of the universe is that the mind holds the ultimate power. There is nothing more powerful than a mind in this universe. When our mind becomes coherent with the universe's energy, it attains the power to manifest what we imagine. However, to attain this power, we must harmonize our vibration with the universe's vibration. Then we will truly become part of the unending energy flow of the universe, which brings every part of this universe to existence. Another law of the universe states that our external behavior is all the mirror image of what we have inside us. So to bring harmony to our life energy, we need to change ourselves from the inside. Every cause has an effect, and every effect becomes the cause of something else. There are no accidents in this world, and the results we make in our life are a direct outcome of causes that originate inside us. Without bringing about inner change, our external identity won't be any different. We first need to accept change as a whole to bring change to ourselves. We need to accept all aspects of masculinity as well as femininity. We all have these characteristics. Without accepting them, we can't become worthy enough to bring internal change. However, this is where the theory of relativity will come to our assistance, which implies that we need to see our situation from a positive point of view. We might view the time taken to accept our true selves as a hostile gesture. However, this allows us to get to know ourselves more accurately, which will help in the acceptance. When we attain our ultimate power of the mind, the law of attraction comes into play, which attracts positive energies to ourselves, amplifying our power, which ultimately becomes so strong that we can imagine and bring that imagination itself into existence. All the laws of the universe are always present to help you in your journey toward a better and prosperous life. We need to learn about these laws and implement them in ourselves. Alright, we're going to come back. When we come back, we're going to start. We're going to start on page 656. Until we do this here again, love and abundance, my friend.